Hi, I'm Johnny Moran.
Hi, I'm Catherine Larson, Senior Director of Programming.
And this is what we're watching.
With this week, we're winding down our Black History Month.
That's right.
That's right. So Tuesday, we have a great bio on Sammy Davis Jr. This is one I'm really looking forward to. It brings back a memory. I mean, when I was in high school, I remember grabbing his bio, the book, and reading it and being so fascinating. He was just such an incredible entertainer and performer. So that's going to be really fun.
So that program is part of American Masters, right? And that's not always in our schedule. So how exactly does that work?
That's right. You're exactly right, Johnny. Those are specials that are given to us. So we feed them whenever we can. Whenever PBS gives them to us, we give them to you.
And then Wednesday night is a really exciting night for us, right?
Wednesday nights are great. They're just so much fun. We have these great nature and science programs. And this week, it's all about disasters. Starting out with nature and living volcanoes on the current volcanoes that are happening in Hawaii and Mount Etna. So the photography on these are just amazing. And then following that is Nova, next Pompeii. So they're doing studies in Naples, Italy, whether or not a disaster like Pompeii could happen again.
It's always been really interesting to me how people can predict disasters, and then when they do predict them, how people choose to respond to that. So I wonder if it'll get into that kind of...
Yes, there is. And the one that night, Secrets of the Dead, they're going back and looking at what's left on Pompeii in the Nero time. And they're debunking some myths, and so it's a sign of the same thing. Is the predictions correct? And so that's what all Wednesdays, nature, science. It's a really interesting night. And then coming up on Sunday at 8 o'clock, we have a very, very special program. Judi Dench's Passion for Trees. Now, we all love Dame Judi Dench. This is actually her personal story. We get to go to her house and see her trees. And they pulled in some scientists to do 3D imaging of her favorite oak tree. So don't miss that one. That is it's fascinating. And this is really a special program that we have. It is one that we have actually acquired just for our audience here in Buffalo and Western and Southern Ontario.
So do you want to talk a bit about that process and how we find programming for our specific audience?
Absolutely, sure. So I'm always looking for acquisitions or programming that will be very specific to this area. And one of the ways is we spend a lot of time talking to BBC and getting a lot of programming from BBC. In fact, I'm going to the showcase at the end of this month and previewing. I sit in a room for 3 days and screen programming, hoping to look for that next great programming for you here for WNED.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.